welcome to Thursday's edition, a very special edition of Cracking the Cryptic. Mark,
Hello.
yes, because he's there as well. I don't know if you can see him. He seems to be moving around. We have had the most incredible difficulty creating this, but we believe it might be working. And if it is, we are going to attempt for you an absolutely heinous looking puzzle called Everything is Right by Demono. Right is spelt wrongly. And why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this actually to say thank you to Demono, because Demono created what has been an absolutely wonderful monthly reward over on Patreon. I know so many of you have been enjoying it. Thousands of you thousands of you have completed it, which is incredible. Jewels of Osiris, a sort of Sudoku hunt stroke novella where you have to solve puzzles in order to access the whole story. It's a very interesting story that includes two characters in it that, well, one of them's your favourite, isn't it, Mark? Is it the one called Mark?
I quite like that one, I have to admit. Very good character. Good characterization.
Anyway.
There's one called Simon who's a bit duller, but it's all good.
It's nothing like real life. No comments, thank you. Anyway,
more comments.
So this is an extremely rare thing. We're going to try and solve a puzzle together. But having read the rules of this before we turned on the webcam, it appears we're going to have to do this puzzle twice, because somewhat extraordinarily, Demono has designed this puzzle to have normal rules. So you solve it with normal rules, and then you solve it treating all the rules as having to be disobeyed and subject to the constraint that you can't put a digit that was in the correct solution into the wrong grid in the same place. It's something like that. It sounds absolutely bonkers.
It's terrifying.
Unsurprisingly, 5 stars out of 5 for difficulty on Logic Masters Germany. And one of those puzzles that people genuinely seem to fear. I will count myself in that number. And I will read you the very, very lengthy rules in a moment or two. And Mark might even have to help me, but I have some birthdays to do first. So I'm going to say a very happy birthday to Anna, from your best friend Tiffany. Now, Anna, I hear that you watch every day and you solve Sudokus all the time. And that is something I approve of. And I hope you have a lot of chocolate cake on this great occasion. And then Martin, it's a big birthday for you. You've turned 30. And I know this because your significant other Maud wrote to us and said you'd appreciate a shout out. And also Philip from your wife Lisa. Philip also watches every day. All these people who watch every day, we like these people.
Yeah, they're good for us.
Smiley face emoji, yeah. And I don't think we've got too much other news. Well, we have got a new kids Sudoku hunt. So don't give the Demono Sudoku hunt to your children. That might put them off variant Sudoku. But the new kids hunt from Panthera and the Asylum, the Paint by Numbers Institute, that is absolutely meant and suitable for children. And we've already been getting some lovely reports from kids who've never done Sudoku before being introduced to Sudoku by these puzzles and enjoying it. So that's fantastic to hear. And there's just 2 days left to do Demono's Sudoku hunt. The 20th is the deadline. So we're nearly there with that. But Mark, we can put it off no longer. OBS still seems to be recording. It's all going well.
Excellent.
All right, let's try and read these rules. So I'm just going to read it. It says, this is a puzzle that must be solved twice, ! Normal Sudoku rules apply. Normal killer, little killer, quadruple, Kropki, thermometer, palindrome, maximum, minimum, and XV rules apply. I will explain what these mean in a moment. Red clues are each at least one normal skyscrapers, X-sum or sandwich clues. After solving the puzzle, save your solution, because it's time to solve it again as a Wrogn puzzle. All clues in the grid must be made invalid in the finished solution, and red clues cannot be any of valid skyscrapers, X-sum or sandwich clues. To be considered invalid, The maximum cell must be less than at least one adjacent cell. The minimum cell must be greater than at least one adjacent cell. Thermometers must not increase from bulb to tip, and quadruple circles may have some but not all of the listed digits in the surrounding cells. Since 5, there's still quite a lot of rules left. Since 5 is not greater than or less than 5. Is this a joke for that line to be in there? Since 5 is not greater than or less than 5, less than effectively becomes greater than or equal to, and greater than becomes less than or equal to. Additionally, when solving the Wrogn version, no digit may be the same as it was in the right version, i.e. if row 1 column 1 was a 1 the first time, it may not be a 1 the second time. It is impossible, this is all in capital letters, it is impossible to solve the Wrogn version without first solving it normally.
So that implies that there must be some digits that are resolved by not being the same as in the first grid. That's just
terrifying.
Infuriating.
All right, so let's have a quick run through of what all these different types of Sudoku are then. So I know most of you will be familiar. Let's go through this in order. Normal killer Sudoku rules. So those two cells have to sum to 11. Actually, that box. Oh, that box.
Did you just say 11 for those two cells?
Did I say 11? I didn't mean to say 11. I meant to say 7. Did I say 11?
Yeah, that's just going to confuse people.
That will confuse people. This little cage here, you can't repeat a digit in a killer cage, so those two digits have to be different. There's no sum given for this one. Little killer, yeah, there is one of those. 19. Those 4 cells have to add up to 19. Quadruple. Okay, so in a quadruple clue, this seems the busiest quadruple clue. You've got to include the digits 1 and 9 in the cells surrounding the circle. Kropki. Oh, I was hoping I was only going to have to do 1 dot. There are 2 types of Kropki dot, at least. I can't see whether there's more than 2, but
1 of each.
1 of each. Okay, so this one has to be consecutive digits. This one has to be in a ratio of 1 to 2. So one of these digits is double the other. Thermometer. There's loads of thermometers, although they're all quite little. So on a thermometer, the bulb end contains the lowest digit, and then you increase, like mercury would rise as the temperature rises. Digits must rise as you go away from the bulb on a thermometer. Palindrome. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So on a palindrome, they have to read the same forwards and backwards. So these 2 cells have to be the same. I think that's what that's telling us. Maximum and minimum. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is a maximum cell. You can see the sort of greater than signs pointing outwards. So this has to be greater than all its orthogonal neighbours. This has to be less than its orthogonal neighbours. XV rules. Yes. Okay. I can't see any. Can you see any V? Okay.
No V's.
All right. So these have to. This domino has to contain digits that sum to 10. So does that one, and that one. Oh goodness! And now we've got red clues, which are all complicated because normal skyscrapers. So how do we do this? Should we do? I'll use a row that doesn't have any red clues in it, and I will just fill it in with some random digits. 5, 2, 4. No, and I need a 7. Okay. Okay, so the way the skyscrapers clues work is you have to treat these digits as if they represent the heights of buildings. So 9 is the tallest building, 8 is the next tallest building, and 1 is the smallest, saddest building. And then you have to imagine that you're looking from a side of the grid, and you have to count how many buildings you could see. So if we look from the left-hand side from this position, you could see the 1 because that's very small. The 3 would loom over the 1. The 6 would loom over the 3, the 8 would loom over the 6, and then the 9 would be seen. But none of the 5, 7, 4, 2 would then be seen, because the 9 sort of obfuscates the view of them. So this clue, if it was a skyscraper clue, would be a 5. From this side, we would see the 2, we'd see the 4, we'd see the 7. You wouldn't see the 5 because the 7 would block it, and then you'd see the 9. So this would be a 4 skyscraper clue from this side. And that's how skyscrapers work. X-sums. X-sums require that you take the first cell. So let's look down this column. You have to look at the first digit. Let's say it's a 4. And the 4, a 4 in this cell would be saying sum those 4 cells. That's how we would have to do it. If this was a 6, we'd be summing the first 6 cells. And then if, well, actually I should do an example, I suppose. Let's say this was 4, 3, 2, 1. The X-sum clue that would be given outside the grid would be 10. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. And there's still one more, sandwich. The sandwich clues tell you the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in the column. So let's put a 9 there and a 1 there and fill 2, 3, 6, 6 and 7. So there we've got 9. Is it 19 or 18? 18. We've got 18 sandwiched between the 1 and the 9. So the sandwich clue at the top of this column, or indeed at the bottom, would need to be 18. And is that all the rules? That must
that's all the rules, and you've explained them very well for the first version of the puzzle.
Oh yeah, but of course on the second version, all those rules have to be broken.
Yeah.
And I imagine that version's going to be harder, but we don't know yet. Now, that was terrifying. Mark became a black square on the screen as the Discord call. The Discord call dropped out. So I've restarted that and he is back now. I can see that on OBS. I'm so pleased. I can see the OBS window on the right hand side, so I could see that you dropped. Can you just speak again?
Hello, can you hear me, everybody?
Well, I can certainly hear you, and OBS is bouncing along when you speak.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So
wow.
I think we will risk
I
going
basically finished the puzzle in my head, so it was all good.
How brilliant! And right, we were almost at the end of the rules. Basically, I wasn't planning to go through what it means for all the rules to be wrong. Do you think I should do that?
No.
It's taken so long to do them. It's taken so long to do.
If the rules are right. Any more rules?
No. All right. Let's not do any more rules. And I'm frankly terrified that we're going to lose Mark on the call again. So, okay. So what we're going to do is, so we can basically start, can't we? Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video. But now we get to play. Let's get cracking. Okay, and you're still there.
Yes, and I hadn't really solved the puzzle, so I don't know what to do.
All right. Okay, I'm going to start by putting 9s into one of those. And you can't put 9 on a black dot because that would be a bad thing.
Which
for the other
is because of an X-wing you've identified on the quadruples.
Yes, sorry, yes. So there's a 9, obviously, in those cells. So where does 9 go in row 6? 9.
There's a 14 sandwich that is worth pencil marking, I reckon.
Yes, only 2 ways of doing 9. 14.
I called it a sandwich, and it's a little killer clue. Sorry.
Well, I saw the 14 and knew what you meant.
Yeah, good.
Oh, that's this is the most unhelpful thing in the world. That's greater than 5. 20, 34. Oh, 34 for these.
Oh, I see. 34 for the 2 little killer clues. That's very good.
So this is 4, 7,
that
9.
That has to be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's, yes. Yeah. Okay, you're ahead of me. 4, 7, 9 and a 6, 8 pair.
And this is
And that can't be 4 on the end of the thermometer.
Yeah. And this... Oh, this is useless. Ignore.
Well, yeah, nearly.
Now,
is
9. I want to use these 9s. It does seem that they're somehow.
Is it worth pencil marking 1, 2, 3, 5 in the box 7?
Yeah,
the other cells.
I can,
One of them's on the palindrome.
Just to check, you don't want me to pencil mark. I mean, you don't want me to do this, do you?
No, please.
Are you
That's
sure?
not funny. Please don't do that.
I mean,
Ho, ho, ho.
I can't look at
Listen to him laughing, viewers. Listen to the prankster having a little giggle.
We can't. Did you say that? I think you just said we can't put 5
I
on.
did say, well, I nearly said it.
That's.
But I did 7, 8, 9 there. Oh, the 26 sandwich, Little Killer. That, yes, it can be completely done. Sort of. That is a 3-5 pair.
Yeah.
Which adds up to 8.
So we need 18.
Then we need
now.
another 18.
So this is not now
digits
the 9.
in the grid.
My legendary typing skills coming in handy again. This is now not a. Oh, look! This so the 3-5 pair.
That's a 3-5 pair, so it couldn't be a 3.
1, 2. Oh, that's lovely. It sort of bounces back and forth on the. Oh,
that 8 bounces down to the thermos.
This thing's done.
Oh yeah, that's a 3-6. You're right. So and that goes down to the thermos.
That goes down here. This
the
thermo
8 sorts out some of the thermos.
No, oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. And 9 as well.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about that.
It's quite weird, actually, doing this like this.
Your brain is racing.
Yeah, it's sort of trying to keep up with your own thoughts and the other person's thoughts.
There's an X in the bottom row. 2-8, I think.
You can't put 8 on it.
True.
Because both of these would have to be 9. 2, 8, 3, 4, 5.
I can place 5 in the bottom row.
I had heart failure then. I thought you disappeared again on the right-hand side, but you are there. No, that's fine.
Not again.
You can place what?
5,
what can you place?
5 in the bottom row.
Oh, yes. Okay, you can't put double 5 on an X, and therefore it must be in the tip of the sandwich. We have an opportunity for a 3 in the corner. This square is a 6 or a 7. So that's
6
square.
Or 7, and that's on the palindrome.
1 and 9 have to be. Oh, 9 has to be up here now.
There's a 2 somewhere in box 9, which is on a thermo. I don't think we know what it goes with though.
Okay, yeah. 1 has to be in one of those 2 squares. Oh, 1, 4.
That's good.
1. Oh, wow! What's going on? 1, 4. This is 5.
Oh,
and
that's that 7 cage will need either a 3 or a 6 in it as well.
3 or 6. Sorry, my typing. What about these clues outside the grid?
Oh, I haven't looked at them at all. But I mean, they're one of 3 possibles, aren't they? So
are they not?
They're not easy to use.
They don't have to be all of them,
isn't it? I don't think they have to be all of them. I don't think that would be
red
plausible.
Clues. Oh, at least 1. Okay. So let's think about this 2 then. What does that mean? That means if it is an X... No, it can't be an X sum, because that would be saying the first
can't be an X sum.
6 or 7 digits.
Oh, it can't be a sandwich in that row either, because the sandwich content is at least 5.
So it is Skyscrapers, and it has to be a 7.
Oh, I see, because otherwise the 6 would see the 7. Yes, very nice.
Yeah, it might be worth
just
to explain that to people a bit more slowly. So if you try and make a sandwich here, because the 2 is here, and it can only be a single cell sandwich, it's too far away from the 9 to possibly be only a 1, 2, 9 sequence, which is what it would have to be. Look what we're going to get here. Hang on, I'm going to make
3
sure my...
in the corner. Party time.
That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. We've actually have done some of this puzzle as well, which is remarkably exciting.
Well.
So hang on. Right, so this is done.
What? Yeah, the maximum cell in row 8 cannot be 5, 7, 8, or 9. I think it's got to be 6 now.
That's clever, right?
Yes,
so
if it was a 4.
What Mark is doing here very quickly is saying, look, the minimum sum of those 4 cells, the minimum digits we could put into those 4 cells would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this cell was from the start of the puzzle at least a 5, And look. Bup, 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 bup. So it is a 6.
Beautifully explained.
And that means that... Well, that's still quite restricting on the other cells. I mean, they have to be from one...
There's a 3-4 pair in row 8.
There's a 3-4 pair in row 8. Yes, because of the thermos. That's lovely. So these squares...
Because of Sudoku, I was thinking.
No. Right, we don't have to do Sudoku and resort to such nefarious activities.
Such menial strategies.
What have we got here? 6, 8, 9. And
yeah.
What's this doing with this 8 then? Let's work
that
out.
The 8 clue. Well, it could be a sandwich.
It can't be an X.
It can't be X sums now.
And
it could never have been. Well, it could barely ever have been a skyscraper. So it is a sandwich clue.
Right.
You can't have 2 or 3 in the sandwich.
Beautiful. So
it's a single 8 in the sandwich.
Yeah. So that's because,
and therefore row 7, column 7 can't be a 6.
It's going to have to be the 8. Yeah. So what Mark again is seeing here is we've got three ways of making a 2-cell sandwich add up to 8. 2, 6, and 3, 5 are just ruled out. 1, 7 is ruled out because that would put 2 1s in the row, because you'd have 1 in the sandwich crust and then a 1, 7 pair in the middle. So it has to be just a solitary 8. You can't do a 3-cell sandwich adding to 8 because the minimum 3 digits in the sandwich, not including the 1, would be 2, 3, and 4. So that adds up to 9. So we're looking for where in this row can we put a sequence of 1, 8, 9.
I think that finishes the whole row, actually.
Yes.
Because you've got to use 2 of the 6, 8, 9 digits to do it.
If were you to make this a 6, obviously this would be an 8, 9, and that would ruin the party. So this is going to have to be the 8, this is going to have to be the 9, this is going to have to be the 6, this is going to have to be the 1, this is going to have to be a 5, this is going to have to be a 7.
I can do the white dot clue now.
This has to be a 2. It's not very useful. There's another little killer which we're going to be able to do here, look. That's got to be...
Oh yes, 17, 19, that's a 4.
And that feeds into a...
Well spotted.
Less than 11 clue, which
that just has to be not 8 or 9 then. Oh, I suppose it's 1 or 5. That's quite restricted.
Is that right?
By Sudoku.
I tell you what I love, and that's that you can do all of the Sudoku as we go through this. It's very, very, very pleasant. Right, so 9, look, in this box is a tiny bit restricted.
Okay,
so 9 is up here somewhere.
There isn't an X-wing on 9s. No, there is an X-wing on... No, there isn't. Oh, bother. I don't understand. I'll just do Sudoku. You figure out the quadruples. Where's 9 in box 2? Yeah, where's 9 in box 5? And then where's 9 in box 2?
This is a minimum clue. Oh, this is nice. There is now an X-wing on 9s.
Yes.
Where does 9 go in this row? 9 has to go at the end of row 3. And that's the only place it seems to be allowed to go. Now what's that doing to this red clue? Making it correct from a skyscraper perspective. So with that, this clue is totally useless.
Yeah, a useless clue.
1, 2, 5, 8 into this.
Look, that's really annoying. All the bottom red clues at the bottom of the grid, they've all been satisfied by skyscraper already. That's
really. Hang on, let's just go through that. That is a 3. Yes. Good grief. Yeah, they have. So we can just forget these. Yeah, and we've done this clue, so everything outside the grid on the bottom is irrelevant. This clue's done. This clue's done. 3 in row 5. You can't. Or you could. 1. Oh no, you can't have an X sum clue here now because you don't. No, you could.
Okay, that's true.
You would have to have begun with a 2 and
actually, there's only 2 places for a 1 in box 6, which might be worth pencil marking, because there's a 1-4 pair in row 4.
Oh, let me just understand. Oh, I see. Yes, okay. Wow.
And does that affect that 3 clue? I'm not sure if it does.
So it's what do we know about this? It's either sandwich, or
in which case there'd be a 931 or a 139 run.
Or
but it could easily be
skyscrapers would require. Where are the 9s in the row? One of these two, yeah. So it could easily be skyscrapers. Bobbins.
What about the 4 clue in column 3?
Right.
It's not an X sums clue, because 4 can never be an X sums clue.
Let me just pencil mark the cells. So what are we saying here? It's not an X sum. Yes, 4 is impossible. So 4 is impossible because you could never put a digit here that worked. If you put 2, you'd be adding 2 cells, and therefore this cell would also.
Yes. Look where 9 appears. That 4 can never be a skyscraper clue either. It is definitely a sandwich clue. And
yes, okay. So what Mark's saying now is that 9, because 9 is up here, can't be skyscrapers.
Because that would only be 1 or 2. If 4 is the sandwich clue, then 4 is the contents of the sandwich, and I don't think you could possibly put a 4 in row 4, column 3. Is that right?
I think it's right, yeah. So this is going to have to be because it has to be a sandwich, we need the 1 to frame the 4. So it's got to be 1, 4, 9, 8. 9 gets fixed in box 2. This becomes a 6.
That's on a little killer.
That becomes a 4. Can you put 8 here now? No, because you'd require double 1.
That's too big.
So 8 in this column is done.
Oh yeah, good spot.
And then so 8. We can nearly get 8. Oh, we can get 8. You can't put 8 in this square. This is a minimum square. So it has to be less than. So 8 has to be on here by Sudoku, which means this is 2.
It can't be on the left because there'd be a 2 clash.
So 2 and 8.
Oh, that's very good.
8
good work.
goes here. 8 goes here. Weirdly, 8s are done.
8s are done. The first digit fully done is 8.
Yeah, apparently.
Or maybe it is. That's weird.
These squares are now 1, 5, and 7.
1, 5, 7.
What should we do next?
I don't know. There's still a lot of weird clues. What's going on with that more than 30 clue in column 4?
More than 30.
No, I don't know.
So it could have a big digit.
It's obviously not skyscraper, but it could be sandwich with a 1 near the top.
It's quite hard for it to be X sums now.
No, it's not, because it. Oh yes, it would.
Is.
I was just going to say it needs to begin with any high number. But it can't be X sums.
No, so it is sandwich, and that puts
it
a 1
sandwich.
up here. There must be a 1 up here somewhere. I don't know where, but I mean, you might.
Well, nearly you do. The only way it could be in row 2 is if there was a 3 above it.
3 above it. But now this isn't a 1, so we get a 1 in box 5.
Oh, well done. Yeah, very good.
3, 5, 6 in the row. So this is 3 or 5 by Sudoku. This is 3, 5, 6. What's this? Less than 12.
I don't think that's telling you anything you don't
Even
know.
if this was 7, it's 5. Oh, it can't be 7. No, this is total nonsense again. We have to have a
2,
no, that's not
1,
helpful.
3, 4, and 5 still to place.
Almost. The thing about these puzzles is that when you get stuck, you just feel you're never going to get unstuck. 14. This is adding up to 5 in that case. I think that's...
where does 1 go in row 3? Have a look at that.
1 in row 3 can't be in the... Oh, I see. It can't be in the minimum cell. I can't be next to a minimum cell because what would you put in the minimum cell? Half is not a valid solution. So 1 goes there. So maybe we pencil mark...
this did nothing. It did nothing, did it?
3, 5, 6,
Well,
7.
it's 3 or 5 in the minimum cell.
This can't be 7, can it?
Maybe I'm just wondering. It can't be 7. I'm just wondering if it can be 6.
I don't think it would be 6 either, because you'd have to. What do you frame those 2 cells with?
There isn't enough,
one of them.
so it can't be 6.
So 7 is now in this domino. Oh no, 7 is placed in the row just by little old Sudoku.
Why was I not achieving the Sudoku?
I was going to say, outrageous. So if this was 5, you'd have to put 6, 7 into those squares, and you can. Bobbins.
Yeah, I think you can. That's annoying.
Well, oh, look, 19. This has got to be a 2.
2 and a 1.
A 2 and a 1.
Excellent.
And a 5. Oh, that's lovely. That's
5.
a 1, 2 sort of pinch that
corner.
cell. So that becomes a 1.
Column 2's finished.
5, 7. Over here. So 7 is now one of these two.
Oh, well,
we can put it there. 5 here. Can we do something with this naughty little clue?
We can place 4 in box 3.
4 in box 3. Oh yes. A naughty little Sudoku trick. So this,
and you can place 5 in row 3.
Yeah,
it's in the minimum.
That's really useful.
So that does have 6 and 7. Yeah,
it does
very
have
good.
6 and 7.
Very
that
good.
fixes the 7
here.
Yes. Wow. So this is 4, 1, 3.
Oh
no, 3. I thought we could have got 2 3s in corners, but we didn't. Very disappointing.
It's okay. We'll survive.
7 is doing some more Sudoku-y nonsense. So now we need what? 3 and 9 along here. Yes, we can do that.
Well, you can place 9 and 4 in column 5.
9, 3. This square is now.
I do column 5.
5, 6 pair. Oh, sorry, I'm busy.
Just keep ignoring me. Do whatever you want.
Column 5, you say? That's tricky.
Is that a hard one?
So that's 3, is it? I think.
Yeah.
That's 5. That's 3. That's 6. That's 6. That's 5. That's
looking
3.
good.
That's 4. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Wow.
So let's click. Yay! 24 minutes. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. Given how much time we've allowed for this video.
But remembering the 5 out of 5 stars, I'm terrified of puzzle 2 now.
Yeah, now hang on. What do we have to do now? We've got to snip this, don't we, so that we can record it.
That's a good idea.
Let me go to snippage. That's yesterday. That was me making yesterday's thumbnail.
The trouble is, you're probably not going to be able to show people the snipped grid.
Oh, I'll have to edit it into the video, I think.
Okay.
But I need to be able to see it, don't I?
You need to be able to see it to solve it, I imagine.
How am I going to do that, though? Even that's going to be a relatively tricky thing, because I'm now going to cover up your face if I do that, which is...
Well, people have done that before for various reasons.
But for me, that's a bad thing, because... Okay, I can nearly... Where can I hide... Where can I hide this very important thing on? Or else you're going to have to. Have you snipped it as well?
I've snipped it for myself, yeah.
Okay, so you can see. All right, so now I'm going to I literally have to just delete this, do I? This is a bit.
I guess you restart it, yeah.
That feels bad.
And this time it won't tell you when you've got it right.
Okay,
unfortunately.
all right. So let's just make sure we understand how we have to get. It's the red clues I'm not sure about.
Anything. Well, no, they're better this time because they can't be any of the 3.
Right.
So
okay.
They've improved, whereas quite a lot of the clues, like the little killers, are just useless now.
Yes, I see. So basically, everything that was positive information before is sort of not. I mean, knowing those 2 squares don't add up to 14 is not very useful. Yeah,
you don't have to worry too much about the thermos because they're all 2 cells. So they're like reverse thermos now.
Yeah, that's almost useful though, compared to.
Yeah, well, it's as useful as the ordinary thermo.
Yeah. So 9s now. 9s are not in these cells.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. So that's worth highlighting to start with.
trying to pinpoint 9s around the grid.
Now, don't be highlighting the L shape in box 9 because that is not valid.
Oh, right. Yes. To be invalid, only one of these digits. It could have one, but doesn't. It just can't have 2.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
The greater than 5 cage has now become very useful, I think, in the sense that it's got to have low digits in, hasn't it?
Okay, yeah. So that's a maximum of 5. Yeah. This adds up to now, and this thermo has to be wrong.
Thermo bulb is actually a tip. Yes.
So this has to be
1, 2, or 3, I suppose.
Hang on. So it literally goes backwards, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you can't have a 1 on the apparent bulb.
But what if you had 2 1s?
Oh, you could have 2 1s. I'm very sorry. Oh my gosh. Well, you could have 2 4s as well then.
I don't see why not at first blush.
Yeah, we have to be very careful with that one thermo that we immediately launched into and started getting wrong.
There's only one that's not.
That crosses box line and box row and column boundaries at the same time.
That's I think annoying. My highlighting of 9s. I did get rid of a 9 there because I didn't see how this thermo could be.
Oh, I see. Very good.
Well, it's not very good, but it's like it's.
You can't assume that row 4, column 6 is not a 9 because the minimum square only has to be disobeyed once. No, okay, fine.
You see, it is difficult actually to put. Yes. Okay, so let's.
9 in row 8 actually is very interesting.
I think I was going to say 9 in this box. You're saying 9.
Okay, well you go for it. That's fine.
Hang on.
Well, 9 can't be on a thermo tip.
It can't be on a tip. I don't think it can be next to a red clue because it's going to make the skyscraper correct.
Oh, I see. Well, it can't be next to those red clues, yeah.
Well, these ones. So 9 is.
Yes, very good. Okay.
I think it's up here somewhere.
Yeah, but I keep going in row 8 because I don't think 9 can be in the maximum cell either.
No. Oh. So this is a 9 down here. In one of those two.
Yes.
But we can't use the X. How infuriating. Oh, but 9 in here. Oh, you can't. Oh, hang on. You can't put 9 there. And you can't put 9 here, so you have to put 9 here.
Because the skyscraper 2 would be right. That's extraordinary.
I was about to put 9 here. No, now we mustn't put 9. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Oh, look, yes, that 9 you put in rules out 4 of those cells.
Oh, lovely. That's sick. Look. Where does 9 go in the middle box? It goes up here.
Place 9 in box 5. Brilliant.
And this one. Although it gets on the bottom of the thermo, which is not perhaps
but it's doing the job. 1 in box 9 you can pencil mark.
1 in box 9 I can pencil.
Because it can't be now. 1 is definitely not allowed to be on the quadruple because 9 is.
Oh, it's beautiful, and so it can't go there either. So it's over here.
Oh, that's true, and it can't go in the bowl.
Yeah. So is it one of those 3?
Yeah. And look in box 6. I don't think it can go in any of those cages, can it? 1.
That's gorgeous as well, yeah. So it goes up
here. That's amazing.
Right, welcome back. Mark disappeared then, again on the Discord call. And we've had the devil's own job to get this up and running again. I've lost my cursor. I've had a sneezing fit. Mark, can you say something?
It's a calamity. We're never gonna be able to do this sort of recording again.
No, it's remarkably difficult.
Not if it gives you sneezes.
Okay, all right, but it does seem like there might be a chance that this is working, and unfortunately, it's been quite a few minutes getting this back and running. So I have got no idea.
No memory.
I've got no memory what we're doing. So we were we were putting ones in the grid. That's where we were.
Yeah, I was going to say mark up the 14 diagonal, but that was for the first version of the puzzle, not this.
Yeah, this is the version where basically nothing is helpful.
Okay, I'm looking at this again, and I'm wondering, why have you marked 9s in column 4?
I don't know. I can't remember doing that.
Well, I can see that you've done it for Sudoku reasons, but surely that quadruple 9 resolves that.
Oh, yes, it mustn't be in there. Good point. Well done. Wow, so we actually get a 9. And that's...
This might have been one of the most useful breaks ever.
Well, it is if you keep spotting stuff like that. That's very helpful. So
look at the 2 9s.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Columns 2 and 3.
That is so beautiful. You can't do that because it would...
You explain it.
Yeah, the palindrome cannot be correct in both positions. So if we put a 9 here, it forces 9 by Sudoku onto the other end of the palindrome, and the palindrome is short enough that it would be correct. So that is lovely. That's going to give us a 9 pair.
Already broken the black dot.
The black dot is utterly bereft. And we've actually got most of... Yeah, I was going to say, we've got most of the 9s, haven't we? So that's quite handy.
Now what, though?
We... Feels like 8 now.
Ah, that's
8.
an interesting thought. Where is 8 in that box you're in box 7?
Well, now you can't break the thermos by putting 8s on the tips, can you? Because 9s can't go in the bulb. So 8's not there.
But surely 8 on the bulb would break
Skyscraper?
the skyscrapers. Looking up. Both of them.
So 8 is in one of these cells, I think.
Must be. That's clever.
Now, what about 8 in this box then? If we got the same sort of thing, we can't break...
Well, it can't be on the tips.
8 can't be... No, 8 can be on the tip. No, sorry, 8 can't be on the tip. I'm getting it the wrong way around in my brain.
Yeah.
8... Yes, because 8 to be on the tips would need a 9 in the bulb. So actually 8 is in one of those 3 cells.
Well, yeah, but I can see it's not in row 9, column 8, because there's another skyscraper clue there that would break.
Yes, okay. So just to be very clear for everyone, what we're saying is if the skyscraper clue is under 3, let's say it's 2 or 1, then an 8 in the first position is the second highest building in the column, so it would lead automatically to a 2 skyscraper clue, and that won't work. But that's a 3 skyscraper clue is okay though, isn't it? So that's so.
Yeah, I think that's all right. It's annoying.
But now 7 presumably can't go because you now can't put 8 or 9. So if you put 7 in the tips of this one.
Okay, and I can see 7.
Oh yeah, 7 can't go here.
Bulbs in either case.
In either case.
Yeah.
But this is a 3 skyscraper, possibly.
But yes. And the clue is less than 4.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes, you're right, aren't you? I'm just... Let me just... I'm sure that's right. It's just doing my head in.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So if you had 7 in the bulb, you would definitely have a 3 skyscraper which is less than 4. 3 is less than 4. There is a knowledge bomb. Right, okay, so
Brilliant.
7 is also problematic and has to move into these squares.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now 6 can't be on a tip. And must be on a bulb. And
but now this one is a problem now. It can't be there because if this is 6, the skyscraper count becomes 2. We know it can't be, so 6 has to go there. And this, in fact, this has to now ascend. There is a sort of virtual thermo.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, there is a thermo that's actually true going up that way, which is about the truest thing in the puzzle. So this can't be a 1, I want to say. Does that feel right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this has to be a 1, 2, or a 3. And this
This
has to
thermo
break as well.
continues. Yeah.
This is magical, what's going on down here. So now, hang on. So this has got to go backwards. So this can't be a 1.
Yeah.
So this is the 1 in the box. Oh, no, this can be the 1 in the box.
No. It's 1 or 2 there.
But now 4 is in this box.
4 is in the cage.
Which must not add up to 5, or
It
more than
can't add up
5.
to more
So
than
it's 4, 1, and then we know the order.
Yeah, that's brilliant. We do.
So the 1,
Oh,
4,
and that fixes the 2 and
2,
3.
3.
I have to write 5 in the box as well.
And this thermo is double 1.
Well, see, of course, that's double 1.
Because it must be broken, and that's a 1
Crazy.
by Sudoku. What's going on in this column then? So we've still got a problem, haven't we? 3 skyscraper is the most.
You've got to. Oh yes, that's great. You've got to go 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can't go 6, 8.
Yeah, that's lovely. This is it's a magical sequence. This, absolutely magical.
That's a very clever box.
To do this with. So 8 in this column has to be before the 9. So there's an 8 in one of these. So I'm going to strike that. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And now tell me about Sudoku. What's going on with Sudoku? 4, 5, 7, 8.
Ooh, never mind about Sudoku. I've just had a very important thought. There's a rule in this puzzle
That can't be 8.
that we mustn't have the same digit as in the previous grid.
Where's 8 in the bottom row? You're right, but where's 8 in the bottom row?
Why have you ruled it out of row 9, column 6? Because of the skyscraper.
Yes, I don't think 8 can ever.
It can't be on the tip of the thermo.
Exactly. So I think it has to hide in the corner, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you're telling me there was something else. What was this?
There's the other grid. You know that we're not allowed to overlap digits with the other grid.
Yeah, sorry.
So row 9, column 7 can't be a 5, and row 9, column 8 can't be a 4.
Hang on. Let me, because in our shenanigans with OBS, I have not got my other grid visible. So let me just.
Can you not get it available?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I can't get all of it.
Help.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying, oh, I see. 4 comes out of here.
Yeah.
And 5 comes out of here, and
Now you can't have the 7 on the tip, can you? Because that would make it a genuine thermo.
Yeah, lovely. So that's got to be 4.
I don't think we can do the 5 and 7. Well,
you can't put 7 here because it will be because you can't hide an 8 above it.
You can't get an 8 there. Absolutely. Wow. That's crazy.
But now we've still got to be careful. Oh, well, that means there's a 6 or a 7 or both in one of these, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because we've got to. I don't really know how we record that. 7 is on this thermo, and it's got to be broken, so it's got to be here, and that actually does this clue as well, doesn't it? So 2, 3, and 6 have to go into the balancing cells. 2, 3, 6, 5. No, it's not 5, is it? It's 8. 8 is in one of these. This is already broken.
In column 6, don't you have to have an 8 between the 7 and the 9 for that thermo clue at the bottom?
Oh, good point. Where's that going?
Not on the tip of the thermo. Not on the tip of the upper thermo.
That's true. And
could it be on the bowl?
How does that
break? I've had a thought. Yes, that cage breaks because there's a repeat digit in it. That's the only way it breaks, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and
This
that's
cage has to be false. Yeah.
yeah. So what
it,
Mark's saying
that
there is
purple
there's no
not an 8.
yeah.
What I'm now saying.
There's no cage total here. So how do you make this killer cage Wrogn? You've got to repeat a digit in it, and that actually means you can't put 8 here, because that would put 8 there and clash. So now 8 in this column, which from this skyscraper clue has to stop this being a 2 skyscraper, which it's looking like it really wants to be because there's a 7 here, requires an 8 in one of those cells, which now has to be here. Is that
Yeah.
that the
definitely.
sort of the long, the TL?
That's brilliant. I mean, it's insane. But it's funny.
Okay. So therefore, oh, I'm not checking these, by the way. I bet there's more things we can
Oh, there absolutely are. Yes,
3,
3, 6, and 2 in this row.
6. What about that?
Take out the 2 from there. Yeah.
2.
Sorry. Nice.
6 from that one.
Oh gosh, well spotted.
This is looking in danger of being a 2, 6. It mustn't be a 2, 6, must it? Because that would make this a correct X sum.
That's true. Oh, a 2, 6 would be a correct X sum.
So you can't make
so
this
you
a
can't
3.
Have a 6
You can't
in
make
row 7, column 8. I think.
I was thinking if this is 3, it's a problem. Is that wrong?
That's true. So, yes. Okay. That's fine. That's the same
Yeah.
conclusion as I reached a different way.
So this is done, this row,
Yeah.
and now these are 4.
I'm getting confused. In column 6,
Yes.
what? Think about sandwiches. Aren't we being told?
It is nearly my lunchtime.
Well, do think about sandwiches, but aren't we being told at the top that the sandwich is not more than 3, and at the bottom that it's not less than 3? Is that what we're being told?
Oh gosh. Oh yes, that's correct. Isn't
So
it?
the sandwich is 3. Is that what that means?
Yeah, that's amazing, because that means this square is a 1. Oh, that's sick.
Because the purple can't be a 1. You mean?
Well,
why?
the reason I saw the purple could be a 1 is that's the bulb of a thermo, and
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
fair
Yeah. So let me just explain that. I'm sorry for being
That's
slower, but yeah, what Mark's saying is, if you think about these red clues, they are obviously in direct contradiction to each other, but that doesn't matter for X sums, because this top X sum is looking at this square and summing this way, and this is summing this sequence of digits somehow. And it doesn't matter for skyscrapers, which is a clue that comes from the direction of the clue. But it absolutely matters for sandwich, which is counting the same thing. So to simultaneously make both of these clues wrong, you have to make the sandwich 3. How do you make a 1-cell sandwich? Well, a sandwich of 3, you have to make it 1-1-3. You can't put a 1-2 in a 1-9 sandwich, or you will repeat the 1. So that means that one of these squares is a 3, and it means one of these squares is a 1. Now this one, this can't be 1 as well, because of the 4, 5, 6 thing, which we know is repeating.
Oh, you can't have a 5 on that white dot either.
So this is 1, 3, 9. You say you can't have a 5 on the white dot.
On the white dot. If you had a
5, it would be consecutive.
would
Lovely.
be genuine, wouldn't
So
it?
this is 4, 6, which means this is 4, 6, which means this is 5.
So that's a 5.
Which means we've got 2, 5 in this column now. Though we mustn't make this correct. If this
What's going on now?
if this is 5, it's a correct X sum, isn't it?
No, the X sum would be...
It would be greater than 3.
Oh, yes, it would obviously be greater than... Yes, that's a 2.
I was
Very good.
actually looking at that thinking it looks very close to being... Yeah, it's fine that way, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
it's 3.
it's exactly the
Oh,
number.
that's
Yeah,
lovely.
that's
The
fine.
5 then gives a 4. Oh, no, gives a 6. Gives a 6.
It's not a real thermo.
So 6 is up here somewhere.
Yeah.
The greater than 30. Think about that, Mark. Tell me what the answer to that is.
The answer to that is 6 is not in row 1, column 4.
Because of a secret.
The secret that we occasionally share with our closest friends, although I don't know if Simon knows it, is that every row, column, and box in a Sudoku adds up 45, sum of 1 to 9. And the X sum clue at the top of column 4, if it was a 6, it would be adding the orange digits, and the other digits add up to 8, and therefore the orange digits would add up to 37, and that is more than 30, and that would make that a genuine X sums clue, and it mustn't be. So that's a 6. That's fabulous.
I mean, what is this digit then? That's quite a good question.
It's not 7 or 8 either.
I think it's 4, is it?
Yeah, it's 4. That's clever. There's a 5, 8, 7 triple in box 2.
Oh yeah, and 1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, what? It's just an opening sequence. I wonder if when Demono made this, he did this first. He must have done this first, and then somehow made it correctable. You know, if you solved it the other way around, because you can't build this sort of logic
I prefer not
into a puzzle that's already there.
No, I agree. I agree. That's clear.
I mean, it just feels too difficult. Do we know? Oh, this clue's just broken already, isn't it?
Yeah, that's done, I think. Don't forget the comparison.
Oh, I've not been thinking about
grid.
that. Oh, well.
Look down column 5. We can clear up a few bits.
7, 8, 4, 1. 8 comes out of this square.
Yeah, that's about right.
Now, what on earth do we look at next? 2, 3 is not impacted by this clue, is it?
No, not.
This is okay. This isn't break. This is 3 skyscraper, which is broken. This is a 3, which is broken. This will be a 4, providing
as
we
long as 8 comes
put
before
8
9.
early. This 4. No, we use
never
this.
Never be an X sums clue.
Yeah, and we used this, didn't we, quite extensively in the other version.
Oh, I see. So maybe not so much coming from it this time.
This one we've just used 19. No. 19 and a very positive clue. This 3, less than 3 if that's a 9. So you'd have to have an increasing thermometer.
Less than 3, it can't begin with a 1 because of X sums. Is that right?
That's true. Oh,
so
one in the column. Yeah, lovely.
It's fixed.
Wow, good spot. So that puts 1 in the middle. And
that
1
less than 11 page in column 9. What's that? If it didn't have a 7 in it, say.
This one. If it doesn't have 7, it has to have 5, 6.
6, 5.
Yes.
Don't know what to do with that.
No, can we use?
Oh, look at the row 5. The clue outside the grid looks like. Try it.
Okay, that's clever. Yeah. Okay, so this can't be a 3.
Wow.
And now your 11 clue is more potent, isn't it?
It is, I think. It's either 6 on top of 5, or so the bottom cell is either a 5 or a 7, and the top one is 4 or 6, I suppose.
And you've got to be a bit careful about that.
You've got to get up to 11.
I was more thinking of
3.
well, the sky. This is. You've got to not have this being a skyscraper.
Oh.
But it would
If
be.
it was a 6,
It would be, whatever happens.
What? Whether there's an 8 in the box or not?
It's comedy.
Oh, that's mad. I've never seen that before in Skyscrapers.
That's
weird.
because this is so strange, isn't it? I mean, it's like, that's really amazing, though. So this is either 6, 7, 9, and it's a 3, if this is a 6. So yeah, we're looking at this being a 6. Either go 6, 7, 9 with a 3, and that's correct. Or you put an 8 in to try and disrupt the skyscraper, but wherever you put the 8, it just makes it a 3 again. So
that's a 4.
But we
not a 3.
And we have
6.
to get.
And it must go with a 7. That is brilliant. Again.
And now you mustn't have 8 in these squares, must you?
Oh, we've still got to consider. Well, it depends where it is. You could have 4, 6, 8.
Oh, you can put the 6 in. Yes, that's true, isn't it? And you can hide it. 8 actually can't be there either.
What's that? Oh, because of the comparison.
Oh, so is 8 here? Is that what we're learning?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, and 6, by the way, in the box is in column 8.
6 in
Sudoku.
Oh, right, yes. Okay, thank you. And 6 goes up here.
As does 5.
Yeah. And that's not 6. And checking the corner, that can't be 5. On the other, that's on the other. That's on the other grid.
You're paying attention. That's good.
I'm trying to. It's bad enough for me normally to scan one grid. Having to look across and scan another grid it doesn't play to my strengths. 2, 3, 6, 8.
Oh my gosh. I thought that the little killer clues had nothing to do in this puzzle. Look at the 23 at the bottom.
Oh, lovely. So that can't
Isn't
be
that incredible?
So
That's
we can't make this add up
yeah.
to 23. And right, so what's this doing then? 2 and 3 in these squares. So this top thing is 2, 5, 6, isn't it? But
I think we know where 6 goes.
Hang on oh, we do we?
Well, you've pencil marked 5s based on the comparison, I think. Yeah, the top corner has to be 6.
Oh, I see. Thank you. 6. Let me just tidy up these pencil marks.
Good.
Don't think. So 6 is in one of those 2 cells.
Oh, and there's a 258 triple in box 6.
These squares.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does the comparison do it?
Affected by the comparison.
Okay, and these squares.
There must be a 3, 6 pair.
Which is also
the page total? No, it's all right.
Less than 12. So yes, so even 3 plus 9 is equal to 12. So that's okay, isn't it? So what do we need at the top? 1, 4, 8.
Yeah.
And we can not get rid of anything. 9. Well, get rid of the 1 from there, and 3, 7, 9.
I know one of those digits.
Yeah. Sorry. So is this a 5?
Yeah.
Our old friend Sudoku, fair weather friend though she is. That's a 4.
I think you can do the 2, 5 pair in column 9 as well.
There's no denying it. 5, 2.
Oh, and that 2, if this was an X sums clue, oh no, it says less than 3. Sorry, if it had said 3 or less, that would have been helpful.
But if this is 8. That's okay, isn't it? Because it would be a 3 skyscraper. It's the same thing. So actually, it looks like it wants to break.
What
about? You've got to be a bit careful. That can't be 9. It can't be 9, 1 here.
Okay, true. Where should we be looking now? No.
I don't know, is the short answer.
Row 1,
7
column
is
3
in one of those squares.
can only be 3 or 5 by Sudoku. No, that's not going to be relevant.
1, 4, 6, 8. This square is just 4 or 6, I think, by Sudoku.
That's good, yeah. I
don't think it does. I don't think it does.
And the one above it is 3 or 7.
There's no. Have you checking comparisons? I've not been even looking at those.
No, but the 4 and 6 you put in, you should have checked the comparison.
Oh, so that's just got to be a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you can place 4 in the row, just by Sudoku now.
And that means that it's got a 4 in one of these two squares. Check the comparison.
Oh, yeah, good point. But if it goes in the 7 cage, it can't be with 3, because that would be genuine.
Ah, okay.
Oh, well, it's not very helpful. Row 6, column 3 is either 4 or 5 now.
Okay. I'll assume you've checked the comparison.
Well, I have, and that's how I got it down to just 2.
Oh, okay.
What on earth is there anything left to do?
Oh, 8 now in this column, look. It can't go there anymore. So it is in this box, I think.
Okay, yeah. You could take out your yellow colouring now.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think, unfortunately, any of those positions were prohibited. So 8 in this box is in one of those two squares. That one should have had 6 removed from it already. And 8, yeah, we can't use the clever thing to do that. Skyscraper of 3 is fine in this row. I keep finding myself redoing logic I've already done.
Redoing ones we've done. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I've looked at this clue before, and I've just repeated the logic in my head again, which is not very efficient. Right, that is 1 or 8, and it's look, there you go. Look at that silly square.
Oh, it's a 1 in the other puzzle.
It's a 1 in the other puzzle.
Annoying. Well done.
Okay.
Now
so this is
cannot. Oh no, that's fine. That is going to be a 3 score. Oh, I'll tell you what. If you made row 1, column 7 a 3,
this one.
What would the sandwich score in that row be?
How on earth did you see that? That's really clever.
Because
wow.
I'm trying to think about sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime.
So what Mark's saying there is that would be a 1-9 pair in the row by Sudoku, and a 1-9 pair in the row would give a sandwich score of 0, which cannot be correct. So this has to be a 9, and this has to be a 3, and now this has to be a 9. And what have we got? 1, 3, and 5 over here.
Yeah, but you can finish row 2. 1,
3, 5. That becomes 7.
You miswrote 1, 3, and 5 up there, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I will just completely redo it then. That's got to be a 2, which means 2 is in one of these squares. Probably can't be in some of them by some weird rule or other.
Some weird rule that we can't think of.
And
I'm trying not to focus on the little killers because I don't think they're doing anything.
These ones, no, I have looked at those. Oh god, I had a terrifying moment there where I thought your vocal clipped again and that you disappeared.
Oh, I mean, there's a,
but I think you are still there. 2, 3, 6, 8. This
Have a
square
look.
is a
One-
naked
one-
single. How can you let me get that? Naked
Oh,
single,
it's
naked
just-
single.
shame on me. Well done.
6, 3, 6.
3, 6.
So this is 2 or 8. So I don't know if they're possible or not. This column, that's okay. So this is a 1, 5 pair.
There's some very ordinary Sudoku going on, isn't there, that we're not seeing?
Well, yeah,
No.
or this strange rule where we have to scan the other puzzle.
Oh, of course. Yes, good point. Good point. Good point.
So what do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, and 8. Yeah, I think this square can't be a 5. Why have I got 5 in there? We could get
Row
a
one,
3 in the
column 3
corner.
Can't be a 1. Oh, the excitement knows no bounds.
Row 1, column 3. Oh, by Sudoku in the actual grid,
Yeah.
rather than the
No,
the
nothing
mad
on the
thing.
cover.
All right, so this square is 3, 4, or 5, isn't it?
Yeah, there's something
Something to do with
that
this
we're
7.
not using it. Look, in row 5, wouldn't that 3 skyscraper be right if there was an 8 between the 4 and the 9?
Oh, it would. Did we even look at that earlier? I feel like we probably
Yeah,
we looked at
I
it
think we did.
somewhere.
I don't think we had enough info about row 5, column 8 at the time. But
Okay, well that's potentially good. So this square is 2 or 3. And this square is 1, 2, or 3. And therefore,
oh, what? Look at the clue in column 2 and think sandwich again.
not again. Oh, lovely! You can't put a
Yeah.
1 next. Well, yeah, I've not been thinking about the possibility of a 0 sandwich. Is just horrible in this puzzle. It throws
very
every.
cool
Oh, look!
now, isn't it?
Look!
Oh, party time.
That's 3 in the
Yay.
corner. 2 songs today. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. So that's
Chances of 2 songs are always greater when people get us to do 2 puzzles.
yeah. Look, is this done?
It's finishing. Hey, that must be it. It
No.
won't give you a tick, I don't think.
No, I'm pretty sure.
But we can give ourselves a tick.
Well, providing it's
Wow,
right, which
what
is
a
going to be.
puzzle.
It's impossible to check, isn't it? You're never going to know whether that's right or wrong
Well, I
until
mean, if you check every single-
until we release the video and someone says, "No, you've got this wrong."
Well, there is more chance of that in this puzzle than ever before. Because not only are there all of these markings in the grid, but all the ones outside the grid have 3 possible meanings that you have to check.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what a fantastic achievement that is of
it
Demono.
is
Not of
extraordinary,
us,
isn't it?
not of us.
Same grid. Not
Yeah.
by us.
No, but Demono to set that is crazy.
Well, we did our little bit.
It's just mad clever, absolutely mad clever.
Brilliant stuff.
Loved it. And what I have to confess I didn't love is the technological sort of
it's
tightrope walk that we've had to sort of deal with. But I
I'm
hope
hoping my
this will be a
face
video.
and voice appear.
Yes, I actually do hope that too. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this special
Thanks,
edition
everybody.
of Cracking the Cryptic. Let us know if you enjoyed it and would like to see more of it, although we'd have to find a different technological solution to ever do this again. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.
Bye for now.